Good morning, YouTube and Zim Riders. I am still not feeling well, but it is what it is. I get asked about how I know a lot of this stuff, and it all comes back to patents. So let's go back to one primary one that's important, and I'll talk to you about it, and I'll break it down pretty simple as much as I can. I used AI to help do this and give me some talking points, but it is what it is. So, contextual query revision. So basically, let me look at my notes here and make sure I've got this exactly right, because there's a couple patents that are very similar. There was an older one, gosh, I think back in 2010 maybe, that started this particular process. So eventually, so here's what happens. Google looks at your current search terms. So let's see if they have any examples that, long story short, say you're searching for something like a black t-shirt, right? But then a few minutes later, you look at black dress shirt or black coat or black jacket or black shoes, okay? So as long as that window, that session for that browser is still active, Google actively doesn't listen to your search query. I mean, they take it as a suggestion, but if it looks at your query patterns, and if you had a new fresh browser with no history and you did that exact same query, you would get different results. So basically what it's doing is it's watching that active session and trying to make it more relevant to that user during that session. So how does this apply to us that are SEOs? Sorry, stepping on something. So how does it apply to us? When Google is determining a website to rank and a website to show in a query as a result in a SERP, they're trying to give a website a result, a series of results that answer as many possible questions surrounding that particular need. The more that browser stays open, the more obviously it becomes focused. So we have advantages with this. So that's where Corey talks about topical authority. If you're building a proper informational structure around an idea or a concept and you're attacking it from multiple angles, and there's primary entities, secondary entities, micro semantics, there's a million different ways to associate content together. And that's what we have to do as SEOs to take advantage of a patent like this. And this is where it all, like I said, this isn't the oldest one that's based on this, but this is probably the second one. This is kind of a reiteration and a more modern version of it. But even this, it creates a token, and that token gets replaced. So it's not a fresh new search token. That token has a history associated with it. And so it's basically just specializing for you. If you use any social media at all, you'll notice it kind of does the same concept. So as if you look at, I don't want to go into politics, but I'll use it as an example. If you're on the right side of politics and you look at right side news all the time, you're going to get more and more related news that's right side. If you look on queries that are more extreme on the right side or left side, doesn't matter, you will get more extreme results over time, especially if that browsing session stays open. So you have people like someone I know is one of those people that has 50 million browser tabs open, and they're pretty much open for weeks or months on end. They don't close anything. They rarely even update the browser unless it forces it to require. And so you can very much see how queries are stacked in certain directions. So she's a content editor and stuff like that. So, but it's very interesting. You can see how if I use her browser at all, it is to do anything. It's very much geared towards everything she's been working on and everything she's ever done. And that's what this does. Anyhow, let me give you an update. I've got a meeting this morning. I'm going to a doctor's meeting appointment. And then after that, I will be on. And I am going to finish the last of the valuations for the prompts today. I feel well enough, doing okay. So I will do that today, and then I'll announce a winner. And I think I'm probably going to have I don't know, maybe 2 to 4 winners. I haven't decided yet. And I figured that everyone would be appreciative of that. Anyhow, I hope you all have a great morning. Like I said, I got a doctor's appointment here. Going to have breakfast here in a few minutes. And then, let me see what else. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that's all I have for now. Thank you all very much for your support and kindness and love and all that good stuff. For those that were interested, JJ the cat did come back. We assume he was probably locked in a neighbor's garage, and he was so afraid, so frightened. He had no injuries or anything like that, but he was hungry and just needed to stay on my lap or my shoulders or my back or my butt. Like every time I'd lay down or roll over, he would want to lay on top of me. He was just so didn't want, like I could leave the door open in the house and he would not want to go outside. So it's he's definitely had a fear and a frightening thing, whatever it was, made us afraid for sure too. Anyhow, thank you all for your questions. Thank you all for asking and concern. We love our baby. Anyhow, thank you.